Hello everyone, let's talk DJI Mini 4 Pro. I upgraded 2 months ago. Why did I do it? What do I do with my Mini 3 Pro? Is it really better? Is there stuff that you can reuse? And yes, what do I do with the old one? And was it a mistake? I had the DJI Mini 2, then I upgraded to the 3 and now I upgraded to the 4. The step from the 2 to the 3 was very easy since the 2 didn't have any avoidance sensors, so it would just fly into anything and it couldn't do anything except anything by itself. So active track and something like this, it couldn't do that. It was just a drone flying and filming and the quality was okay. And then the Mini 3 came, this here, and this has avoidance sensor here in the front and from the rear, not to the side. But with those sensors, it could do active track. So it needed that. This is not for active track, but it needs that so it feels safe. And active track means I can do point of interest, for example, where I point this to a car or myself, put a circle around it in the app or in the RC controller, and then I say follow this and I can fly around it very easily. I don't have to fly by myself, so the angle and everything, it does the gimbal and the movement of the drone itself. It keeps the car or myself always in the middle, and that's what I want to. And the other thing was the active track, where I can drive the car and this will fly with the car, so I can have I film car videos, electric car videos, and so I have a moving car. And before that, with the Mini 2, I couldn't do that by myself. Somebody else had to drive or fly the drone, and now with the 3 I could do that. But now I upgraded to the 4. And why did I do that? And there are a few things that the Mini 4 has different. It should be better in low light. It should be the same camera, but the processing is different. The picture quality should be a bit different. Now we have side avoidance as well, so it wouldn't crash into something to the side. But this wasn't important to me. This is necessary for something that I want to use at some point, but I haven't yet. And this is waypoints. When the Mavic 3 came out with waypoints, I said this is an amazing feature. It means that you can fly the drone, say this is point A where you are right now, then fly somewhere else. You can do height, position, rotation, the gimbal movement, everything, and say this is point B, then do point C and so on. And you can say now fly from A to B and then B to C in that speed. What do you do when you're there? So it does it automatically without you having to do anything. So you can say, I'm climbing up this mountain and you fly around me and do all this thing. I don't know, first be at film at me and then you go up and look at the mountains and I don't have to do anything. This is all things that are nice and important when you don't have someone with you that films you and doesn't control the drone. This is when you do stuff by yourself, and I like that. And I still haven't used the feature so far. I haven't flown too much with the Mini 4, but I like to have it for the future. And the upgrade was okay when it comes to paying, and that's why I said yes, I'm gonna do that. So the differences other than that, like I said, that the sensors are now different. Here's only front and back, and now we have it here on the side. That's why you can do waypoints and everything, because when it flies it can detect something and say no, I'm not gonna go there, and this one here can't. One important thing though, the front avoidance is there, but this one was better because it's facing front and now it's facing more to the side as well. So it's still okay, but it's not as good as it was in the 2 when it comes to the front. But now we have 360 degree. I mean, that's awesome. We have a light down here for night flying. I think it's a good idea, but it wasn't the reason I bought it. Like I said, the reason was only waypoints. And the positioning is now different. Here it just stands on whatever it is, and now it has little legs on the side. Well, that wasn't something important to me, but that was just how it is. The RC controller is different. You should have more range but I'm not flying very far. Now you have the antennas outside before you had them in here. Otherwise the controllers are pretty much the same. This was also a reason I upgraded to the Mini 3 from the 2, because with the 2 I still used my phone and it was annoying to always put the phone in, start the app, and all of this. Now you have this controller, you turn it on and it just works. It's just nothing on there except for that. And it's controlled way better than the original one. And the new RC controller is no different, except that now there's a fan that always turns on when you turn it on for a second. Other than that, I don't see too much of a difference. They both work amazing. That's not the problem. What things do still work? You can still put the old battery of the Mini 3 into the new Mini 4. Problem is the new Mini 4 battery is a bit lighter, and with the old battery the Mini 4, oh wait, no, the other way around. The Mini 4 weighs more than 249 grams. And this normally means other regulations if someone would control it and weigh your drone. But that's how it is. One thing that was really annoying is this. I have a special case here. For me it was important. In the Mini 2 I always had it folded up and safety around it, and every time I had to fly, get the safety off, unfold it, turn it on, blah blah blah. It took too long. That's why I have this ready to fly case for the Mini 3. Where is it? Where you just put it in, unfold it, you just take it out and fly, and the controller is also underneath with the sticks already on. That was very important to me. Every time put the sticks onto the controller. That's annoying. That's why I have it all in here, and I can just take it out, turn it on, and I only have to take the front cover off, the safety thing, so that the camera is safe, and I can go. That's awesome. Problem was the new Mini 4 controller has these antennas, so it is a bit bigger. I know if you can see that. And like I said, Mini 3 doesn't have any legs down here. Mini 4 does. So I was looking everywhere to get a case ready to fly, but so far it doesn't exist after 2 months where this drone is out. And this case was like 40 euros or so, and I said I'm not gonna look for something else. You know what? I just cut out a little piece here on this side, and I cut in little holes up here on each side, and the Mini 4 now fits in here. It's totally fine. So case check. Other thing is ND filters. You need ND filters for the Mini 3 and the Mini 4, very important. To get good footage, you want to put in good settings for your camera, so 1 to 50 when you do 25 frames per second, for example. I do 24 frames, but still use 1/50. So you need an ND filter because it gets very bright, because those lenses are very sensitive to light. So you need ND filter, like I said. And with the old one, I had the normal, with the Mini 3, I have the normal DJI pack with the 3 ND filters, but I also got a variable ND filter, because getting on the ND filters is a bit annoying, and I'm always scared that I break the gimbal. And so when I put on the variable ND filter, I can just switch from 5 to 9 depending how bright it is, and it was always perfect. I never had to take it off. Now on the Mini 4 I have a normal ND filter, because variable ND filters so far don't exist. I don't have one. I know that they're building one. Freewell, I don't know what the name is, have one. But every time I look, they say the date when it will come is always later. So they say it will come in the beginning of November. Then when it's a week before November, it's the beginning of December, and so on. And now it's December, in the middle of December. So I don't know when this filter will come, but I need that because it's way easier to get this off. And you need a different ND filter. The filter from the Mini 3 don't fit on the Mini 4. They could have done this, they just chose that you have to get different accessories. You cannot use the old ones. Other than that, the new clip to put it on is pretty cool, but I didn't find the old one to be that much worse. It's maybe a bit more finicky, but it's not a problem. So the question is, should you update from the Mini 3 to the Mini 4? From the Mini 2 to 3 or 4, yes, do it. There's no question about it. It's a big step. Mini 2 was okay. Mini 3 Pro is 10 times better than the Mini 2. Mini 4, I think if you are not a fan of the active track so that you have 360-degree avoidance sensors and you don't need the waypoints, then don't upgrade, just for nothing. But if you do, if you need that, then get it. So flying and camera, I haven't noticed any difference, that it looks different. I tried it at night. It has mostly the same features when you want to do it. Now you have night mode. Before you just didn't do that, but it still looked okay at night. I filmed a few times at night. It looked fine. I like the light though when you do night flight. I don't do it a lot. I think with the old one I did it twice, and with this one I did it once so far. And it's nice that you can, with a button on, I have a button underneath here where I can turn on that light. So when I don't know where the drone is, just to be sure, that's nice. Because at night you can't see it. If you're not filming, you have the blinking lights on. And if you film, those lights are off. And you can see them, but not perfectly. And with this light is really bright. That's good. They've done well with that. I'm okay with upgrading. I sold this Mini 3. I paid, I think, almost 1,200 euros for it, so 1,180 or so. The variable ND filter was 40 euros, and the other ND filters I had before were 50 euros, so let's say 1,250 euros, something like that. And I sold it just now today for 750, so I lost 500 euros on it. And the new one was also 1,200, so almost the same price. I still am missing the normal ND filter. I have the normal one on. I missed the variable D filter. Will be again 40-50 euros, but I needed. I didn't have to buy a new case. So again, this new drone cost me effectively 500 euros to upgrade, so that's okay. If I would have sold this a month before the Mini 4 came out, I would have gotten more, but who knew what the Mini 4 has? So if you're not working for DJI, you have no idea what's coming. And if upgrading is a good thing. I'm happy I upgraded. I haven't flown too much with it, but so far I'm totally fine. I feel a bit more safe that I have side sensors. I crashed this Mini 3 once, and to the side where it doesn't have sensors, I flew into a tree. It was in the winter, so no leaves and anything, and it wasn't very high, I would say 2 meters, and it fell down. And the problem was, it didn't fall very hard. It was fine. The problem was the propellers didn't stop when it fell down. It didn't recognize that it fell down, so the propellers were still spinning for 2-3 seconds, and then 2 propellers broke off. 2 of them have a tiny little scratch here in the front, and one has a little scratch on top, but it's totally fine. I switched those propellers, and then it's okay. Everything is included in the Flymore combo, so you have a few propellers. You have to know which ones you need. It says it on the box anyways, so it's not that hard. But that was the only time I had a problem. With this so far, nothing. I know that its avoidance is not perfect, so I'm still paying attention. I'm not just flying somewhere, and for me it's important that the stuff doesn't break and works for a long time, so I don't do anything risky. I never do. I want to be safe. And one thing that I also like is better now in the Mini 4 when it comes to active track is that in the Mini 3 there was you cannot be too low when you do that. So when you fly too low, it says active track doesn't work. You have to fly higher. In the Mini 3, that's not happening anymore because of all the sensors. It says I will just fly higher if there is something, and I have to fly higher, and that's cool. So I can do it even at the same level as the car as I'm driving. In this, I had to be 3, 4, 5 meters above the car to do that, and that's very, very cool. I like that. But that's my video on the Mini 4. You have to decide if you need the things that I just said. I sold my Mini 3 today. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna send it out on Monday. I'm sorry that there wasn't the update for almost 6 months, I think. I'm just very busy with normal work and daily work, and then busy with my 2 car YouTube channels, Battery Life, and then the German one, Battery Life DE, where I just test cars and make lots of videos about them, and they take up most of my time. This is just a side thing that at some point when I will be full-time YouTube, I will make more videos here as well. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.